Remember at the end of 2023, we heard that 2024 is going to be the year of the Liberals, the year of Trudeau, his comeback. Well, starting out the year with a questionable vacation isn't a much of a help to him. Hello, I'm Adrienne Batra. With me are Brian Lilley and Warren Kinsella. So I'm not wrong when I say, Brian, that they wanted 2024 to start out with a bang and that the Trudeau Liberals are going to make a giant comeback. But recent opinion polling says otherwise.
Yeah, and Abacus Data CEO David Coletto did hint at the fact that the vacation issue might be part of why the Liberals went down again and the Conservatives went up. And I look at this and I've got to think that Justin Trudeau's just got a, I'm dating myself here, but a go-go song running through his head on nonstop repeat, which is vacation, all I ever wanted. Vacation had to get away. Like he can't resist this, and it gets him in trouble time and again. And Coletto at Abacus had the gap closing down to about 10 points in mid-December. And Liberals were saying, see, we're coming back. And well, now it's 41% nationally for the Conservatives, 24% for the Liberals, and I believe it's 18% for the NDP. So much for getting a bounce from that dental program for people aged 87 and over. And then the worst part for them is the solid lead that the Conservatives have with every age demographic, including 18 to 29-year-olds. They should be voting NDP and Liberal in normal circumstances, and they're not now. Justin Trudeau's lead with women has long ago evaporated, and it's gone to Pierre Poilievre, no one else.
Warren, I think that there's a lot of Canadians that would, and I think the three of us are counted amongst that, would just like to put Trudeau on permanent vacation, because that seems to be the only thing he likes to do, because governing is hard and they're not very good at it. And this yet another going to be another parliamentary hearing about yet another one of his vacations. Do you think that at this point Canadians have finally figured out this guy just does not give a damn what they think? He's going to act however he wants with impunity, and he's just going to carry on?
Yeah, he is. And it was Brian who pointed out to me, I had thought, I believed when they said we got the approval of the ethics commissioner for this trip. And Brian was one of the reporters who discovered, well, actually, no, they didn't. They didn't have approval to do it. So, it has a resulting effect in the polls. But I mean, whatever culinary metaphor you want to use, they're done like dinner, stick in a fork, his goose is cooked. Like after 6 months, like individual polls, folks, I can tell you, they don't matter, right? They are flashes in the pan. But when you have 6 months of them all saying basically the same thing, it means that the Liberals are going to lose the next election, whether it's held this year or it's held at the start of next year. And the start of next year is really the end of the road for them. It's the end of their constitutional mandate. So, I think Trudeau, he's got like 6 weeks left if he wants to do a leap year, walk in the snow like his dad did. And that'll give the Liberal Party maybe some time to recover. But I can tell you, there's one group of people, I agree with you, as you, me, and Brian, want to see the guy gone. There's one group of people who don't want Justin Trudeau to disappear, and that's the Conservative Party of Canada. They do not want Justin to disappear. They want him to stick around.
The traditional thinking has always been, Brian, that in order for the Conservatives to do well, the NDP really needs to have good numbers in order to ostensibly split that vote on the so-called left. But that doesn't seem to be bearing out in the consistent polling that we've seen in the last 6 to 8 months. And in part, I think that lends to the credibility that Pierre Poilievre is trying to bolster for himself. Long-form policy pronouncements, long-form conversations about big issues that are facing Canadians. And I'm speaking about the debt and the housing crisis that are ongoing. And that affects a certain generation of Canadians that normally, as you had said before, would vote for the NDP. So this has got to be troublesome for Jagmeet Singh.
I would think so, though, when they were at 21 in a certain poll back in December, I had New Democrats saying to me, see, we're getting close to taking over the Liberals. I was like, oh, great. Your battle for second in the low 20s range is paying off. The NDP isn't in it to win it. They never are. They're in it to I don't know, be constant complainers, conscience of Parliament, however you want to put it. Poilievre has built a sustained lead. If we go to October 2025, he's going to have to come up with more than just axe to tax as a slogan. He'll have to sustain putting out policy that will have to adapt to the changing dynamics. He's going to have to stay positive for the most part while being critical of the government, because I think that's worked for him the last little while. He had this moniker of, oh, he's angry. He's shown himself to be the happy warrior over the last little while, and I think that has really helped him. But don't discount my constant drumming of the beat, and Warren's heard this too many times over the last little while. Watch for Trudeau. He's going to try and tie Poilievre to Donald Trump and go to an election perhaps as early as June, so that he can take advantage of the American election cycle and scare Canadian swing voters about Donald Trump. Will it work? Well, we're going to find out over the next couple of months.
Well, let us know what you think in the comments below. Is it time for Trudeau to go? I feel like I've asked that a few times. And go to thetorontosun.com and hit that subscribe button. You're going to find commentary from Brian and Warren and coverage on stories like this and others you will not find anywhere else.